Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Old World with the Devs. This is Fluffybunny, and I'm going to be your host for the next couple of hours. We are going to be playing a continuation of a game I've played a few sessions of now. This is a Aksum game. We're playing on max difficulty, so all the highest difficulty settings, including very high advantage. We randomed a zealot starting archetype, which was a while ago now. We're playing on realistic mortality just to make things even more brutal. And yeah, small map, ruthless AI. What are we on? What's the map type? I forget. It's rejuvenation, I believe. So yes, resources are spawning in. We started off in a bare desert, and it's slowly getting more hospitable. But yeah, how are we doing? We're on year 83 here. We are facing off. We've got an alliance with Persia. So Persia down here in the bottom right, bottom left corner. They are similar strength to us for erudite. We've got 7 cities. We have 10 cities, only 5 laws. Obviously we're quite behind in tech. Fairly inevitable for very high advantage. We've got Hattie in the bottom right corner, who are the point leaders, and they are currently fighting a war against Rome, who we're at peace with. But yes, there's some conflict going on over here, and Hattie are considerably more advanced than Rome by the look of it, so likely they're going to be taking some cities off Rome quite soon. So that's probably going to be putting a time limit on our game if they are potentially winning on points at some point. But let's try and develop up as fast as we can and stop them. I suppose is the plan here. So yeah, turn 83, we've got 167 science. We're just researching land consolidation, so we ought to be able to boost that up a bit more with some nice land con resources here. So yeah, I think we're in a reasonable position. So let's crack on. If you have any questions, if you're watching this live, then please feel free to ask away, and I'll do my best to answer. And yeah, let's go for it. Right, so we've got a chancellor. We can get a bit more growth in our cities, a bit more training, a bit more money. Probably the growth is most useful, even though it's only 0.3, it's not super relevant. I don't think we're fighting. So we kind of, yeah, we've grabbed all the camps that were available. There's no more military expansion to do. We might have to fight off some rebels or some distant raids. How is our family opinion? Yeah, potentially we could be having rebels. But yeah, unless we go to ordination, we're probably not going to be spending many orders on military moves. So yeah, we're just going to be focusing on our worker economy for the moment, I think. Right, let's have a look. We're getting land consolidation next turn, so we definitely want to be prepping for that. There's no land con resource in this city. We do definitely need some lumber, because we have no lumber income whatsoever, and wood is incredibly expensive. So getting wood income online is definitely going to be a priority for us. Let's see, we've got another worker here. There's no river next to this forest, so that makes it a little bit less tempting. We want to try and get the river bonuses where at all possible. Now, this is nice spot for a lumber mill here, so we'll get working on that as well. See, we've got a champion worker over here. We do have a land con resource we're going to want to get online next turn, so let's just get in position to be able to do that since that comes online, because that's going to be important for us. And we have a trader worker in our capital here. There's no wood we can grab by the looks of it, which is a bit of a shame. So what is this trader worker going to be doing? Looks like we've just built the Royal Library. Right, of course our science income was just shot up massively because we've got the Royal Library. So that's another thing we want to be looking at. We want to be getting as many city connections as possible. Maximise our Royal Library boost. We can get peace with Hattie, that will be great as well. That will massively ramp up our science even more, because the cities will become connected and we'll be getting some good resources from that. Let's just check all Persia cities connected to us. Yes, looks like they pretty much are, so that's good. So yeah, peace with Hattie would be good. Busting a little bit of fog here would definitely be very useful. Do we have any scouts around to be able to do that? We've got one in the Zebra here. And we've got one. Oh, that's right. Yes, the other thing we need to do is explore this way and try and get some connections up here. like that is going to connect by the look of it. Yeah, some Roman cities already been captured, so I'm not sure if that way is going to be too profitable for us. But let's maybe get the scout coming down this way. Seeing what's going on down here. So these cities are now connected via this pathway, so we don't need actually to worry about that before. So yeah, we're getting, let's just check our science income. Connected foreign cities getting a 63 science, so that's a huge portion of our science income. Very valuable indeed. Yeah, peace with Hattie. How likely is that? Not very likely at the moment. They're minus 48. They do not like us at all. Partially because of our national alliance. Oh, Judaism doesn't like us. Right, if we can boost up opinion with Judaism, that would help a lot. And yeah, just try and get the leader on our side. What have we got? We've got a 29-year-old judge in charge with very nice stats, actually. So that's going to be good. So one thing we definitely ought to be doing is holding court to get some more civics. Well, I say that, but actually maybe influencing is more important. Can we influence the Jewish head? Yeah, real shamefully, Judaism doesn't like us. We could think about switching state religions to Judaism. That might be interesting. Though Zoroastrianism we've got great opinion with. So it would be a shame to give that up. But let's start with influencing the Jewish head at least. That would definitely be useful. And yeah, we ought to think, I guess, about our family opinions as well. Maybe let's just undo that. Let's influence the cleric head first. Oh no, they're already influenced. Fine. What about Zoroastrianism? Can we increase our opinion there? Not really. We can influence the Zoroastrian head, but we've already at max plus 200 opinions, so that's not actually going to make any difference. So no, that's fine. Let's stick with influencing the Jewish head. That's good. Got a couple of workers left yet. He's waiting for that, and I haven't decided what this guy is doing. Building some more urban improvements is probably going to be a good idea. Let's get the amphitheatre down, get our culture up, try and get up to legendary culture. Are there any decent wonders we're heading towards? Oh, we definitely want the museum, which of course we need a lot more wood before we can build. But if we can get to legendary, we get the Colosseum and the Heliopolis, both of which are very good. Circus Maximus might not be terrible either. So yeah, definitely some nice options for wonders. Okay, and we've got one more scout in the Zebra. I forget what I was probably thinking about. Agents. We have a few agent candidates. No one. Well, all the high wisdom agent candidates are already doing stuff, but probably getting agents over to Hattie, exploring a bit more of the map that way is a good idea. So let's move the scout that way. We've just finished mint coin 3 in the capital. Is very pleasant. Do we want some elder specialists? Not super excited about them. Mint coin 4 would be great, but we need legendary culture first. Caravans would help improve our opinion with Hattie. I think that would be quite a good idea, I think. It's a shame because we do want the growth for specialists really, but I think opinion with Hattie is definitely very valuable to us. So let's focus on that for the moment. We've got a ranch here. What else can we build in this city? A Zoroastrian disciple. What can we do with Zoroastrian disciples? We have all 3 theologies already enacted. I believe Persia did that for us. Yeah, and of course both Persia and Rome are following this religion, so we probably do want to stick with that for the moment. We want Hattie on side, but we don't want to annoy our allies or our peaceful neighbours either. Do we have monasticism? We don't have monasticism, so we can't build monastery yet. There's probably not a lot of point building a Zoroastrian disciple at the moment. I think a worker would be good for us at the moment. We want to get more improvements online. We need to really ramp up our economy at the moment. Don't think we have, yeah, we've got 13 workers, which is a reasonable amount for 10 cities we have, but it could certainly be higher. It could certainly make use of more workers. Alright, let's enter and see what's happening in the war front. See what the AI gets up to. 86 orders Hattie has. It's quite a decent chunk. Yep, just eliminated a Roman unit there. Yep, taking a lot of attacks. Might be quite nice to get some eyes on the city here to see what's actually happening, which this scout that's just finished making an agent network can do. Excuse me. So this is the rejuvenation map script that I was talking about. So yeah, we're getting new terrain is converting slowly from desert to arid, and then arid to temperate and to lush, and we're getting new trees and resources getting added to the map. Plan consolidations online. Okay, we're a shakedown. Earthquake. We are shaking someone down though. Wow. We could declare war on Hattie for 6 legitimacy. Doesn't seem like a very sensible idea, seeing how strong they are. We can annoy them for a huge amount of money, or we could just get some XP. We're not going to annoy them, let's just get the XP. Now is not the time to be antagonising the incredibly strong people on the other side of the board. Thanks. But yeah, through Byring and through Archer I don't really care too much about. Monasticism will help us get more science because we can start building monasteries. And we could also get polytheism and start building shrines everywhere. That's certainly decent. Shrine wise we get some more training, some more growth, more cities. Phalanx will lead to citizenship and scholarship, which are both also very useful. Hello Nestor, welcome to the stream. You're unsure whether to watch here or YouTube. Well, it's your choice. Wherever you're happier. It's missing out on too much chat wise at the moment for our first commenter, so feel free. Right, yeah, Phalanx or monasticism, that is a question. If we want to get up to 7 laws, both routes are pretty reasonable. We can get citizenship. I think let's go citizenship. Let's try and get scholarship and jurisprudence going. That will definitely help our science economy quite a lot. And we want to actually speed through the tech tree now. Alright, so we have... oh, there is a river next to this forest. Okay, that's good news. We don't have... yeah, we don't have colonies up here. We've got slavery, centralisation. Probably centralisation is not something we need desperately. Could well switch to vassalage, and of course it will only cost us 100 civics because we are a judge, so that's helpful. But we're not short particularly of those resources that vassalage would save us, so I'm not too worried about that. We don't actually have sovereignty because I guess we've got tyranny as a free law. That's interesting. Philosophy, quick urban specialist, that sounds quite useful. And potentially wonder cost is quite useful as well. We're not immediately about to build wonders, but maybe we will soon. Not sure. Let's go straight to philosophy now, and then we can always switch backwards and forwards if we need to build any wonders, because we have the civics for it, so that's fine. Right, anyway, land consolidation resources. Let's get these groves going. Oh, we will need to buy wood, of course, which is incredibly expensive, so that's slightly less ideal. So we also want to get some more lumber mills online as well, even if they're not next to rivers. We just need all the lumber mills we can get at the moment, so let's get this one as well. And let's see, this is a trader worker. What can he do? Get some quarry going perhaps. That's quite reasonable as well. I think we'd like some more stone. Yeah, we'll buy even more wood to get this grove going. And we've just got a lumber mill up here. What else can we build in this city? A stronghold maybe? Yeah, stronghold for some more orders, definitely wouldn't hurt. Not that we're massively order starved at the moment, not having to do much with the military, but yeah, it doesn't hurt at all. Rancher I think would be quite good for some growth, because we want to really want to focus on getting more growth, and in fact it might be worth switching out of slavery into freedom soon. It's a huge amount of growth. We will lose some iron and stone, so we definitely need to up our iron and stone production. But yeah, I would like to do that. And I think generally I just want some more workers. I want to spam workers everywhere and get more resources online. And yeah, we mustn't forget that we're a judge and that we can upgrade improvements. That's potentially going to be a very useful thing to be doing. So yeah, must remember that is a thing. Right, let's get eyes on this city. And yeah, we're alright just to stay in the open, sort of peace with all these people. Let's just keep an eye on what's going on. Let's get a little bit closer in as well. Yeah, Rome is fighting back with some onagers, but yeah, it's not looking great for them, that's for sure. And let's push down the fog down here. A little bit more exploration. All that So Persia is not fighting anyone at the moment, I don't believe. No, they're not got great relations with Hattie, but they're okay. Earthquake there. He's just leveled up culture here by the looks of it. What's happening here? Is Rome losing the city? Not quite by the looks of it, but it's not far off. Won't take long. Persia's at peace with Rome. Okay, that's interesting. That's good news. I think our allies are and people are at peace with happy with each other. Managed to influence the Jewish heads. We've got a little bit better opinion of them. Definitely good. We don't, I think, want to establish either redemption or enlightenment because our state religion has already got all the theologies enacted, so we can't easily do that. Hello Aaron, looking a lot better now than the first half of the game. It's looking alright at the moment. I am still quite worried about Hattie and their extreme technological superiority, but yes, it's we're alright to try and speed run things at the moment and try and get our economy to a state where we can compete with them and stop them from winning on points victory. So yeah, definitely possible. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't think either of these particularly tempting. I guess if we adopted Judaism, we could do that, but I think we're just going to have to become unpopular, which is really not great, not where I want to be. But we can seek political allies. Actually, we can't because we don't have the civics. Yuck. So we're probably going to be spawning a lot of rebels. Quite a high rebel chance now. Yeah, maybe it is time to swap to freedom. It's 40 stone and 40 iron. It's a little bit unfortunate. But stone is really cheap and we don't massively need iron. I'm going to do it. Let's try and knock down the rebel chance and get some more city growth for specialists. I think that's going to pay dividends. Right, tech card wise, we can get a freed warrior, Fluffybunny, infantry squad. That's really not terrible because that's a late game unit that we could actually use. Vaulting for cathedrals is interesting, get some more legitimacy up. And another law. Yeah, let's get vaulting combined. That's good. We could do some more influencing, and honestly we probably should. Let's see, this guy's influenced, this guy's influenced, this lady is not, our stepmother. So yeah, we probably ought to start influencing before we do any holding court, but that's definitely something we want to be doing. And yeah, must remember to look out for opportunities to upgrade buildings. Right, so we've got lumber mill online here. We didn't take mass, did we? No, we did not. Might have been a good idea, to be honest. We want to try and get some more trees in borders if we can. It's not super easy to do at the moment. Getting that pasture online might be... No, we don't really need the food. We need iron. We do need iron. Let's grab some iron. And a worker here. Can we afford another iron mine? Yes. And start. Yeah, it's gonna hurt a little bit in the short term losing those resources from slavery, but hopefully it will help us out longer term. Do we want another worker? How are we doing? We've still got so many spare orders. I think we do just want to actually spam workers at the moment. Hello Valiant78, welcome to stream. Thank you for your appreciation. Glad to hear it. And yeah, if you've got any questions, please do let me know. And again, yeah, just more workers everywhere. more important at the moment than specialists. We need to absolutely get our economy going. See a little bit of fight back from Rome now. Watch on both, said Aaron. Why not? Indeed, sure. Yeah, I mean, the reason I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube is because some people do not like Twitch or can't access Twitch. There's some countries where Twitch is just not accessible, and it's just to give people options, really. So, you know, if you have a preference, then do let us know. But I don't think it causes any big problems to stream on both. So, yeah, pick your poison, really. We have an agent in Rome, but no good candidates. We have an agent network, so I guess that's fine. These scouts, yeah, probably just happy enough staying where they are. Let's do a little bit more exploration down this way. We even do some harvesting. Not particularly worth it for the resources, but we can get some events potentially. So it's probably worth possibly doing that to maybe trigger some stuff. We've got lots of missions we could be doing. Is it worth? We can't do steel research, right? Because we don't have cartography. And yeah, I guess we don't really want to annoy anyone either, so that's probably not worth doing. Even if we could. I don't think... Yeah, we really want to do any Spy Master missions. What can we do with the Chancellor? We could do family gifts. We have some money, and we have unhappy families. So family gifts sounds like a real good shout. Let's get our unhappiest family a bit happier. And we've got the ambassador. Now the ambassador could usefully be doing stuff. We could do a trade mission perhaps with Persia, or even with Hattie, just to get their opinion up. Yeah, if we can get up to pleased with Hattie, we can get peace, which would be very helpful. So go on, let's try a trade mission with Hattie, see what we can get out of that. And then scout wise, I think I'm happy for him to stay where he is. Yeah, you can stay there. Anywhere we can harvest. Yeah, since we can harvest for a bit of culture. And again, this is more just to try and trigger harvest events than it is for the yield, which aren't particularly relevant, although culture is definitely worth grabbing, I think. Tara is, yeah, only grabbing 5 culture a year, so grabbing a 10 culture harvest is 2 years worth of culture in that city. Certainly something. Yeah, Hattie are much stronger and erudite. They have 12 cities and 11 laws, so yeah, a little bit scary. Let's see, Christianity has been founded in Hattie. Wow, that was late. I had not even really been paying attention to that. Wow. Okay, I had not twigged that. It's interesting. Aksum Paganism does like us, but I guess they converted away from Zoroastrianism, who likes us even more. So yeah, these guys, the clerics, really hate us now. I forgot. You know what? I forgot we had clerics, which makes monasticism and monasteries worth even more, so we probably should have grabbed that while we can, but I guess we'll have to do that later. Still no rebels, fortunately. We do have a distant raid in Sembel, which we're going to have to go with, which is not great. Oh wow. We don't have the option for tolerance or orthodoxy. I don't believe, no, we don't have the doctrine, so we can't switch to either of those, even if we have the civics, which we don't. So no options there. We'll just take the XP. We could sacrifice some food. Sure, we can afford food. Food is cheap and we have a lot of it. Right, this is not ideal. So we've got 6, 4, 5, 6, 2 6-strength units. We've got a couple of masonry here. We should be alright to deal with these guys actually. Yeah, this is fine. Worth waiting till they come into our territory. Probably. Let's just rush out and start killing people. That's more fun. Should be fine. Let's take a fierce promotion. No damage here. Pretty sure that leaves us safe. Yeah, everyone's dying there. It's good. Alrighty. Oh, we have a catapult here. We get a catapult. Good though. Speed 3 unit. Right, we'll definitely send a caravan to Hattie, try and get them on side. And do we want another one? Really like to start getting doctors and other specialists online. What's more important though? I feel like getting Hattie is probably more important at the moment. And yeah, we really need to do something about that. But I'm not quite sure what at the moment. We don't have a huge amount of options for dealing with that. Right, we could start maybe upgrading improvements. We've already got a warm baths here. Courthouse, can we upgrade that? No, I guess we've got a Odeon. Yeah, actually. Right. This amphitheatre was a mistake. We should have upgraded the theatre. We could have upgraded the master perp to an elder perp while we're at it. But never mind. Things happen. What else can we do? We still haven't got any of these. We don't have a... we do have a champion worker here. Right, so we can start on these grove resources. Still desperately need both wood and iron. Yeah, more workers again still is what we need. This worker, we probably don't want to move this worker too far away. So what can this worker build here? Maybe a mine? Cancel the amphitheatre and upgrade. I mean, it's certainly an option. It's a little bit painful to waste the turns. But yeah, you're probably right. It's probably a reasonable choice. Let's do it with this. I don't know where this worker even wants to be done this way, I suppose. Let's do it with the trader worker. Yeah, it does get that done at least. It's yeah, upgrade our master to an elder, which is a little bit better. Fine. Instant specialist upgrade indeed. Certainly not bad. I'd quite like to get to jurisprudence and start building elder specialists with guilds immediately as soon as we can. That would definitely be helpful. But yeah, resources not looking amazing at the moment. We've got decent money income at least, which is helping well up. But yeah, we do need to flood the place with workers and get more yields online. Alright, so these people are mainly just trying to go around us. We've got Manichaeism founded in Rome. We have got rebel forces thanks to the unpopular rule. Yeah, I guess we do need to do something about that. We do have enough civics to deal with that now, so that's great. Tsunami, influenced oligarchs, they're a little bit happier. So we've got one of our families doesn't hate us at least, that's something. We've got the same event again for Manichaeism, still can't do anything about that, sure. Oh, I hate this event. Cruel gods. Oh no, this is awful. Right, so we can get our Spymaster Conspirator with us, which, you know, great. Aksumite paganism, that's real good. Full legitimacy loss and all cities 40 discontent is very much not good. But the other option is to slight the character, which means minus 100 opinion with paganism and we lose the Spymaster. So both of them options are terrible, but this is a less terrible option. Well, we did actually, yeah, we benefit quite a lot from making the religious head conspiring with us, so actually it's not that bad, I guess. Right, we've got a few improvements pillaged now because of this tsunami, which is annoying. We do need to deal with this unpopularness, so let's seek political allies and try and get rid of that. Let's kill a couple of these people if we can. Take promotion. Procedure. Lets us these people down. Get down here and start doing attacking these people. It's good. And probably be better actually to get in the forest. Only one more order to do that. Yeah, we take a lot less damage and we stop the Gaesata getting in the forest where it gets a bonus. So that's a little optimization that I think is worth doing. What do we want more? Wood or the grove? Let's see what other people can do first. Yeah, our economy's starting to look slightly better. Let's get a mine going. We do need more mines. Oh, we've got a rebel here, of course, we need to deal with. Let's see. We've got Maceman and another Maceman. Can't easily get that because there's too many flash units in the way, which is slightly vexing. So I guess this militia is going to need to move out of the way. Get him in here. Can we do an extra 2 points of damage? No. We do have a lot of training though, so we could rush in. Yeah, if I buy 3 more orders, so I have to deal with that guy, which is a bit unfortunate. So we couldn't really optimise our workers this round, but once we deal with the rebels and hopefully stop any more spawning, which might take a little bit of effort, we ought to be able to optimise that a bit better. So based on that, maybe we don't want to build any more workers just now, although the other thing we really want to be building is specialists, and we can't build any decent specialists here. So I guess we are building worker here. And yeah, we need more orders. We don't have a huge number of orders. What can we do about that? Are there any laws we could swap? We have divine ruler. That's another reason why monasticism would have been great. That would have been a great technology to pick up. So I guess that is definitely something we ought to just tag that now to remember that I want monasticism. We've got another work here. Let's do a turn council and then go into a poet next turn. And yeah, probably another worker here then. Okay. Which again does look a little bit silly because we don't have the orders to use them, but I'm hoping we will soon. One thing I want to ask is, if a city is completely surrounded by enemy units, do you think it would be a good idea to add a siege bonus? So yes, you're quite right. There is no siege bonus if a city is completely surrounded by units. I think it's certainly something that could be added. It's not a terrible idea. It is, I think, perhaps unnecessary. Cities do tend to fall fairly quickly. If they don't have an army defending them, then a city that's surrounded by units is not going to be standing for very long, most likely. But yeah, I mean, it's possible. It's 25 degrees C or 80 Fahrenheit where you are. That's quite warm, although not as warm as Australia. There's a massive heat wave going on there at the moment, so I guess it's could be worse or could be better. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're happy that it's hot, but yeah, just an idea. No, it's an interesting idea. It's not something we've chosen to implement. That doesn't mean it could not happen at some point. Right, we've got loads more resources. Lovely. Rome's finished the necropolis. This oligarch who we influenced had died. Hopefully we get a more favourable one. No, we got an upset one. Awesome. We did get 580 civics. Why did we get 580 civics? Not sure. Okay. We've sent gifts. We remain unpopular and we become stressed. Oh, great. Love that. Super. Alright, we can pay Hattie loads of money to be slightly happier. I guess we'll do that. Because, yeah, we still want them on side. How are we looking? We're up to 22 with them. We're getting there. Political allies gives you civics when it fails. Thank you, Nestor. I did not know that. Interesting. It's unfortunate. Not the result I wanted, certainly, but I guess it's something. Do we want to try and capture a city of Persia? We've got Jewish descent in Matara. That is not good. I suppose we'll spend some civics to make Judaism a bit happier. That will help our Hattie opinion even more. Alright, okay. It's starting to look feasible now. We are actually getting somewhere with Hattie opinion, which is good. Let's bump these guys. And could do a bit more damage if I leave the forest and find where I am. do that. Kills them next turn. Got any more people we need? Other people we need to deal with? I think that's it for military, so we can devote the remainder of our orders to other things we need to do. Right, so we still need to see political so we'll do that again. Which is our leader mission. I guess another trade mission with T would be good. Soaks up quite a lot of our orders. I guess family gifts would also be good. We're starting to look slightly better here. We will need to sell something if we want to have enough money, and the resources that we have are not worth very much. Maybe we can't do family gifts this turn. Maybe it's only cost 300, I guess. The Chancellor is happy, so alright, let's sell some food. Oops, not that much. Sell some food to afford family gifts and keep doing that. Keep working on these opinions. Alright, Cuba has built a work. Alright, I think we have, when we have alternative options now, which we do, then yeah, let's get a, like, we've got 3 religions in this city. Wow. Yeah, we really need that. In fact, actually, I suppose what we want to do is build cathedrals as soon as we can. So what's the requirement for that? Strong culture. And that's it really, we just need the religion. Do we have strong culture here? No, we don't. Which is a shame. I guess it would be nice to get strong culture here. So I guess the acolyte will help us a little bit with that. Yeah, alright, let's work on strong culture first and then get the missionaries up. That makes sense. Apprentice pet there, that makes a lot of sense. What's happening over in Hattie and Rome? So yeah, they're... Wow. Rome are holding on to the city just with a worker. It's presumably going to fall pretty soon, but it's looking okay at the moment. So Rome are holding their own, which is great. Much rather see a balanced fight between Rome and Hattie, rather than Hattie sweep over them and take all their points, because that just speeds up the clock by which I need to go and deal with them. So yeah, give me a bit more time. Right, what do we need? We need mines for some metal. We need more mines for some more metal, but we can't afford the wood now. I suppose we could go chop some trees. Come back and build some mines. And yeah, only 1 order left. We do still have a lot of training, so we could potentially buy some more orders if there's anything we desperately want to be doing. I'm not sure there necessarily is. Got a guard grove up here. We'll be able to start getting gardeners in there soon. That'd be good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we absolutely need to do this turn. Getting another lumber mill online. We spend some more orders. Oh, except we can't afford the iron. Alright, okay. I guess we'll wait till next turn and buy some iron to do that. And of course we've got a couple of pillaged people here. And we need to suppress dissent here at some point as well, which means getting the governor in. Which is just going to have to wait this turn. That poor worker. Which poor worker? The one on the wood, or yeah, a few workers that have taken some damage. They've all got their jobs to do. Alright, let's have a look at the war over here. Are you going to take the city? It doesn't look like... Oh no, they have finally decided they want to take the city and are capable of doing so, so we probably want to move the scout over at some point. Rome is falling. We've got another rebel, which is fine, but we are no longer unpopular. It's great news. Ghazi have converted to Zoroastrianism. That is good, although actually it doesn't really matter whether they're Zoroastrian or pagan at the moment, because both of those religions love me. We've got voting. Okay. We've got an oligarch who's close to death. Right, okay. What can we do? We can make the King Dowager, who is our father, endeared to us, but we lose Zoroastrian opinion. We don't want to do that. Or we could make our father disappointed us and we get a Zoroastrian opinion. I guess we have to do that. It's not a lot of choice there. And a bit more wisdom for us in a do list sounds real nice. Let's get some more science. Alright, do we need rhetoric? Don't think we massively do. We have 7 laws now if we want it. Let's grab citizenship and afford scholarship and jurisprudence. That would be good. Alright, how are we looking? We are doing family gifts, we're doing a trade mission, the caravan's on the way. Hopefully Hattie will be happy enough to accept a peace mission soon. That'd be really good. We ought to maybe do another influence mission. Yeah, we've got the scatterers. Oh no, they're strange from a general, they're not strange from us. They're not influenced yet, so we definitely want to influence this person. Oh, except we're stressed, so we need to deal with that. Dodging rivalry. Probably gets unpopular again. So yeah, got another caravan out of here. That's pretty good. I think we might be all right now, but let's send off yet another friendship missile, as Purple Boomers calls them. And maybe one more full up, just to really hammer that home. We do have this rebel down here we still need to deal with, which we can untap, and we've got another one over here which is irritating because it's away from those just single larva units, but still. We've got a mace here. Yeah, the mace and the chariot. We can deal with him. Okay, great. We've got a few orders left for workers, which is lovely. I guess the question is what we prioritise. We definitely want to get the groves online. We do have a little bit of wood. Wood income is starting to come online. We'd love to get some more. We'd love to get some more. We want to repair the net with the fissure in it. But yeah, we definitely want to get some more wood. We want to get some more iron. And yeah, everything. Stone is good as well. Grab some more iron down here. And yeah, we don't have a huge amount of opportunities for wood. We're going to buy some iron to get the lumber mill going there. Another good lumber mill potentially here, although also a pasture is possible there too. I'd love to get the grove as well, but yeah, I think we need the wood more at the moment. When wood is 18.5, then it's definitely extremely valuable. I'd love to expand our borders a bit more as well. Get another quarry down here. Another reason why polytheism would be amazing. We could start using shrines to expand our borders. Get some more forest in. Huge mistake not picking that up. We'll get that. We'll get that. Oh, there's some more grove resources down here. This is a cleric, so the cleric worker could happily come down here and start building this with an extra order. Nice. Let's get a bit more science coming in. Science is our main problem at the moment. It's hard to pass up science. Science is always good. Let's get a gardener going. Tempting to rush that with civics, although yeah, we don't have any judges we could pop in for the purpose. Unless we reassign the queen, which would be lose quite a bit of science. Do we want to? Yes, we might want to adopt a law. Right, the calligraphy would get us a huge amount of culture and a decent amount of happiness. Iconography is potentially interesting, especially if we can start building cathedrals soon. We can't build either monasteries or temples yet, so that's not very interesting. Calligraphy is certainly something. It will cost us some money. Yeah, let's get some more culture and happiness going. Both sound useful. Gardener and an apprentice doctor. Okay. What have we forgotten? We've forgotten the Jewish descent, and we've still got pillaged improvement. Fine, that's next turn's problem. Right, points slowly ticking up. We're still at the bottom of the scoreboard. We're not far below Persia now. Hattie and Rome still knocking the stuffing out of each other. Yes, Hattie captured this city. They're capturing this city. See, I'll have to keep an eye on these Roman cities, see if these start falling, but it doesn't look like they are immediately toppling. Jewish descent, we've got some more rebels. Okay, irritating, but we're no longer stressed. Okay, so we're working slowly on our problems. We can influence people, now we're no longer stressed. I can endear the King of Hattie, but I'll become unpopular again. Oh, I've read of a stranger and become proud. That's so bad. That's so bad. Let's check our events in case there's anything we can do to avoid that. Or we can... interesting. We're going to install this oligarch at the head of Zoroastrianism who doesn't like me. Don't really love that. The option is making her vengeful. So that's bad too. Oh, so many choices between bad options there. Alright, fair enough. And yeah, I guess we're just going to have to become unpopular again. Yikes. Okay, right, so we'll... No, we don't have the civics to see political allies now. Right, okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We can hold court though. Let's do that. Grab some more civics. And then we might be in a position to do something. We can potentially ask for peace. That costs civics though, so we do need civics. So we'll learn hold court for that. Very, very whack-a-mole here. Let's see, we've got a rebel. Are we in position to deal with him? Really have units immediately on hand. I guess they're not too far away. Can we? Yeah, not too bad. Spending more orders than I'd really want to be dealing with rebels here. Yeah, definitely a priority to get that under control. But it's just difficult at the moment. We've got family gifts coming next turn, that will help. Yeah, we do still need to get rid of unpopular again. What else can we do to improve family opinion? Let's have a quick look. Why are these people unhappy? We get some more luxuries online, that would help. The groves and the gardeners online will help with that. Councillors, there's no councillors in the trader family. These are the traders, right? Yes, they are. So that's potentially helpful. And then, yeah, an awful lot we can do about that. The slighted oligarchs are paying. If they get replaced soon, with any luck. Alright, I think it's time for a woodcutter here. Don't really need any more workers. Yeah, we've definitely overbuilt workers now. Don't need any more of them. What the question is, what do we need? I can a woodcutter on an 8-wood lumber mill is something, but a woodcutter on a 5-wood lumber mill is a little bit less tempting. But yeah, there's not any really good options, so I guess I'll do it. Let's get these dyes online. And these nets repaired. Some more grove luxuries. Yep, we are getting the gardener, but we're not quite there yet. We can grab this. Oh no, hang on. Just falling into the trap of building a improvement on a resource just because it's there. But we don't need food. Food is very cheap. We do need wood. Wood is very expensive. So it doesn't make a lot of sense spending wood to build a farm at the moment. It's just not a good use of our resources. What do we need? We need mine. And is there anywhere else we can build another lumber mill? I think we probably put lumber mills on all of our forest tiles. Now there's one more up here which we can actually get to. So this is a partial resource, so we could get some food and growth, but it's just more valuable to get the wood than the other resources at the moment. So even though that's got a pasture resource, we are not going to use it for its desired purpose. We've still spent yet another turn not dealing with that descent, which I don't love, but maybe next turn we'll have the ability to do something about that. Be good if we can. Citizenship next turn, start getting courthouses up. That will be excellent. But use the sheep to hold locks. Yeah, yep. Sounds good. How's the war over here looking? Oh, our caravan's getting closer. Slowly. We just finished the lighthouse. Family gifts. Alrighty. Trade mission. Give them. They want to give us food in exchange for training. I mean, we can spare the training. We've got tons of it. Food's not particularly valuable. Orders. Yep, we don't want to give away orders. We don't really want to give away science either. Although we do actually want the iron. But I think this is the least damaging option, so we'll take that just for the opinion boost. Keep Hattie happy. They're very much happy enough now. We just need the civics for a peace mission. Get that going. Horse Archer happiness boost. Happiness boost would help our cities a lot. All cities +1 happiness level. Going to be huge. So that's +20 family opinion for each city. So that's 60 opinion for the champs, 80 opinion for the traders, and 60 for the clerics. We'll get all of our families happy. This boost pops off. Almost nothing else changes in the meantime. But yeah, awesome. Ooh, 6 border tiles and spats. Strong culture event. Or we can gain wrestling. Our infantry units get better. Now, which city is that again? This is our champion seat. What would border tiles do for us? We're getting a preview of the border tiles we're getting. I guess we are. It's all of these. Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually. That's loads of resources and another couple of forest tiles. Yeah, I love that. Wrestling is good. Extra speed for units, definitely not bad. I think I want the land more at the moment. This would be not a good choice. Right, what's happening here? We can have the head of Zoroastrianism become vengeful, and the magus, the clergy member, become estranged. That seems bad. We have 2 charisma at least, so we can convince them it's a misunderstanding. Let's do that. That seems like what we want to be doing. Send luxuries to foreign nations. No, we need all our luxuries. I mean, it's, I guess, something we could potentially do as a relatively easy ambition. Maybe. It does immediately get the oligarch owing us a favour. I guess we could do that. I'm going to take it back again. Sure. Alright. We'll work on that. Right. Okay, so we got all these border tiles. Can we immediately use them? We can. Perfect. Run them down here. City. Right, I think we've definitely built enough caravans now. Let's chill for a turn and then start building more specialists. So we could even just build some master specialists. Let's get a scribe and get some more civics on the go. And apprentice poet, I'd love a gardener, but we don't have citizens. Build a master poet, then by the time that's finished we'll be able to start on the gardener. We'll get us our luxuries we need for the ambition we've just taken on. Alrighty, now is it time 15 reminders, that's quite a lot of reminders. Is it time to deal with the Jewish descent in Matara? Whack a governor in. That is 100 civics. Did we need the 100 civics? I guess we were about to get 280 from Old Court, so I guess that's fine. Let's press the Jewish descent. Oh, interesting. Oh, right, okay. Go at the front of the queue. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right then. What's happening over here? There's more conflict happening. Spend an order to move back. Rome, it looks like it's holding its ground here. It's actually got a couple of swordsmen here and an onager. So that's pretty strong. They look like they might be in a position to not lose more territory immediately. So that's great news, or at least this way. I don't know what. Yeah, they have lost this city up here. So they are losing cities, but they might not lose them all, at least immediately. So that's good news. Alright, so we can keep working on our economy for the moment. We'll need to think about how we're going to deal with Hattie in the not too distant future. So for the moment, we're all right. Right, can we get some more? Let's get some more mines down to keep working on that income. Yeah, we're working on all the lumber mills we can up here. Still need to expand our borders. There's other things we can be working on in the meantime. It's like another mine. And another mine. Get all the stuff we can. Let's see who's the most useful. I suppose we could do another caravan mission. Yeah, let's keep going with Hattie. Love this game, says Maggie Ambien. Thank you very much. Pleased to hear it. Yeah, we like it too. Museum is starting to look like a possibility. We do still need a lot more wood, but we might get there eventually. Let's see, we've got a cold basket, warm basket with strong culture. Ah yeah, we absolutely want to get courthouses down. That would be really helpful. Even ministries, I guess I had a free courthouse. Oh, so that probably means I can just upgrade this to a ministry. Yes, it does. And also upgrade the scribe. Excellent. Oh, hang on a minute. Was I just building? I was just building a master scribe. Alright, fine. Well, we don't need to build the master scribe then. Do we have a food refunded for that? Yeah, we do. Alright, good. Well, I guess we could build an elder scribe. Yeah, I think I will. We could even gold rush that. Is that worth it? Yes, probably. Gold, but I think that's fine. Yes, we are doing this first just a mission. Okay, alright, we are getting there. We are getting there. Oh, I probably wanted to do another set of missions here, really. So I think peace with Hattie is probably a high priority. We absolutely want to get all these cities here connected. We might need to do, I don't actually know if they are that connected. Yeah, because we only have a connection through Roman territory. I suppose some of these cities, once they start getting to Hattie's hand, will be connected anyway because Rome connected them. So I suppose that is still good. Got a Maceman rebel. We've got a plague. We lose a citizen everywhere. That's really irritating. That is. That's going to really hurt our citizen building, specialist building. We've got a new courtier while holding court instead of the civics we really needed. So that's unfortunate. All of that's become infected with the plague. Okay. And this person who doesn't like me is severely ill. That's great news. Brilliant compliment. A bit more legitimacy, definitely helpful. This person wants to be a barracks. Fine, whatever. Ooh, all families 20 opinions for 20 years, or a bit of culture and happiness in Matara. Where's Matara? It's this city down here. Yeah, I think we can take, even though it's only 20 for 20 years, it gets the champions out of being unhappy quite a lot. Oh, Queen Dowager's learnt of my plans to replace her as head of Zoroastrianism. Okay. Not a schemer. Ooh, my word. We could refuse to apologise and lose massive opinion. So she's going to become vengeful anyway. So the choice is we lose legitimacy or we lose huge amounts of Zoroastrian opinion. Well, that's unfortunate. Can we by any chance become a schemer in any of our other events? That would be real helpful if we could. Oh, two wonders, one strong. We do that? Have we not already done that? No, we're not building a mausoleum, but we're hoping to build a museum at some point. So, yes. Ooh. 50 urban improvements, and we get 210 civics, which would be very helpful right now. I think I like that. Urban improvements are going to take a bit longer to do, but we definitely can do it. Oh, Lord. Maceman and a rebel unit, and the spy master, who is the head of paganism, becomes endeared. Don't really need more opinion with them, but we don't want them to become estranged and remove conspiring with, because that would be minus 200 with the pagan religion. We definitely don't want that. Oh, we definitely don't want that either. I guess we're paying for this then, if we can afford it. That is quite a lot of money. Yikes. Alright, that's not good. Yeah, this one's not good either. Okay, great. Alright, so everyone hates us again, and we need to find some money from somewhere. I wonder if we can maybe cut some wood to get some more money. Problematic that is. We cut some. We can't cut some Roman wood. Can cut some wood near Rome, I suppose. Sell that. That gets us quite a lot of money. There we go. Alright. We do have a rebel unit, which is not really what we wanted, but I forget what it actually gave us. What did that event give us? Oh, the spy master's becoming endeared and not hating us. Yeah. Right, okay. So we've got a maceman here we need to deal with. Probably one better than a militia we can revolt with. Yeah, that'll do. It's down to 10, that'll kill him next turn. Got this guy. Don't particularly use conditions there. I should probably actually unlimber this onto at some point. Doing this. Not a particularly good way of doing it. Whatever we do. Flash, flash. Alright, and that's our orders, dealing with that. Oh man, what a pain. Right, we still need to deal with unpopular, which is 2 orders, so I guess we're buying an order for that. We'd still love to send a peace mission, but we need civics, so I guess we'll wait until next turn for that. And do we want to buy some more orders to do another trade? Family gifts, we don't really have the money, so I guess we're not doing that. Oh no, not a lot is happening. We're chasing our tails. Now we were going to have a citizen for building a doctor, but of course we don't because of the plague. That's frustrating. I suppose we're building a festival and trying to get a bit more growth to get more specialists. Yeah, we got freedom, so we've already got all the growth we're getting from that. Is it time to go to vassalage? Maybe? 8.2 science versus 36 food, 59, 6.5 stone. Nah, stick with the science for the moment. Yeah, tyranny's getting us quite a lot of cash. That's helpful. That is where quite a lot of our cash is coming from. Faster urban specialist, yeah. Alright, fair enough. The law situation looks reasonable. I want to make sure all our military units are in territory and benefiting from the tyranny bonus, but I believe they are. Alright, well I guess that's all we can do this term. Alright, so we need to send luxury to foreign nations and control 50 urban improvements. Don't think we made a start on any urban improvements this turn. That is going to have to be a priority. For sure. Yeah, we really like to get that museum and the duelists as well. We're just going to have to wait for our wood incomes to pile up a bit first. Sell too much for irritating events. Okay. More rejuvenation. Happiness boost. Everyone's happy. Hooray! That is great. 2 of our oligarchs have died. One of them was an agent, so we might want to try and replace some of these agents and look at them if at all possible. We're no longer unpopular. Okay. That's not bad. We've got 2 new oligarchs. Upset and cautious. Some new people to influence. Okay. Gudit dies. Spymaster slides out the shadows. we can make the... He's not the head of Zoroastrianism. He is our father and an agent, but we don't really care about his opinion. I guess he's a magus, so he's probably going to be... has a good chance of becoming the next Zoroastrian head. So maybe we don't want to annoy him too much. We could influence him and make him loyal, but we lose loads of Zoroastrian opinion right now. I guess we have to do that then. Really? Short-term gain for potential long-term badness, but let's get some culture in to do this. Yeah, why not? How close are we to getting to legendary now? 25 years away, still quite a way. Monasticism, we need monasticism. Oh right, I suppose that's one reason why we couldn't really have done monasteries, is they cost wood and we don't have any wood. But we can at least still get shrines out with polytheism, which will be helpful. We could even go monotheism and get 10 more orders. It actually sounds pretty darn good as well. Maybe we'll spend a little bit of time in polytheism and get some shrines up in every city, and then switch back and yeah, really benefit from divine rule as well. Alright, okay, so we're not either unpopular or stressed for the first turn in many turns. That's good. Everyone is at least cautious with us. We have 200 civics. It is time for a peace mission with Hattie. Let's see if we actually get a decent benefit out of this. What I'm hoping is that we're going to connect some cities here. Some of these should connect as soon as we get peace, and then we'll start earning connected city bonuses out of that, including science, because we've got the Royal Library. So it's probably not going to be a huge amount because the connections don't look brilliant here. Might even be worth trying to build some roads up to the edge of Hattie here, but we'll see what that looks like, I suppose. Alright, we've got a rancher up. I'd love a gardener, but we need more people, so I suppose we're festivaling. Ooh, an 8-turn festival. That's really unpleasant. Why is that taking so long? It's wild. Yeah, we need more civics income here. Really not good there. Well, I guess we're doing it. There's nothing better we really can do there. Is it time now that we have monasteries potentially coming up to build a Zoroastrian disciple? Knock one out in a turn, I suppose. Get some ready for the advent of monasticism. I really think we'd be better off saving our wood though. I don't know. Let's see, a duelist is 36 science a turn. That's subtotal. And if we can get the museum, that is 50% science. So that is an extra 18 science we'll get out if we can build the museum. A huge amount of wood. Whereas each monastery in a cleric city is worth 4 science. Yeah, maybe it is just better. And they are urban improvements as well that will actually help our ambition. So maybe it's just better building monasteries. Get better value out of that. Right, we've got our first doctor up here. Do we want the master doctor? We really need more culture if we want to benefit a lot from that. I think that's probably what we want to do. This is a trader family. Yeah, so we want to make sure we put the monasteries in the cleric cities to really benefit from that. We've got Zoroastrianism in 2 cleric cities here, plus another one here. Yeah, so we could spread Zoroastrian monasteries around. Decent amount of science straight off the bat. Got a worker here. Yeah. Really very little point doing anything in the city at all. We might just have a festival. I suppose the plague, of course, is hurting our growth, which is why we're not getting citizens up very quickly. We have options for agents. None of them are very exciting, mind you. So I guess we don't really care about that. Don't care about the vision at the moment. We just want yields. Nothing we want the spy master to do. Though, having said that, we could do some intercessions. That would be useful. Let's get the oligarch incest. Some more opinion with them. We're doing the peace mission with Hattie. We might as well carry on family gifting our families to keep them happier. We could do another hold court mission. We could also do an influence, but I guess we're all right at the moment. We do need civics. Let's see, we've got that need banning here. Let's deal with that. A moment. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Perfect. Right. Where was I? Workers. So we need iron is starting to get better, but it's still not great. We still really just want wood more than anything else. And urban buildings, right? We want urban buildings. We want to get some more culture, a low culture city. Let's get an Odeon down here. Start. The capital is a huge priority for getting good culture buildings up as well. So a courthouse here would be very valuable. That's with all the other urban buildings, but let's start with the courthouse. Of course, thanks to the plague, most of my workers are damaged, so most of them can't really do very much. We get a courthouse up here, I think. Focus on courthouses, get our civics going. That helps us just do everything else that we want to do. We get urbans coming along the coast, expanding our territory maybe. We can build on the sand hill, although it will take forever to do so, so let's just not get what's here. And yeah, don't really want to spend turns healing workers when I could just be building urbans. Garrison for more orders is definitely interesting. It's quite a bit of stone, but we do need the orders. Orders are always useful, especially right now where we're feeling a little bit short. Can we get either an Odeon or a courthouse in here? I think would be good. And yeah, let's not spend time healing the workers when we don't need to. Get an Odeon in here as well. Okay, that's starting to look alright, I think. How is the situation over here? Yeah, I'm having a good old fight. Getting plagued as well. Rome's doing, yeah, Rome is actually doing alright. Eliminating a couple of Hittite units there. Do 100 orders a turn now, Hattie. Yeah, doing quite a lot of damage back as well. But keeping the fight going yet, and they've got siege lining up now as well. So long term is definitely not looking good for Rome. They're alright for the moment. Persia's got the mausoleum. Well, I'm glad it wasn't Hattie at least. A couple of people got infected. Right, okay, is there anything desperately we need to do? We've got agents. No, I don't care about the agent. Go away. No. Alright, we can spend all our orders on workers this turn. There's a Zoroastrian and Disciple. Let's get one more. Still at one more turn till monasticism, so we can't do anything with him right yet. I suppose I do want to get ready to build another lumber mill with that worker so he can have a heal. Actually, he's still plagued. It's pointless healing him. Let's just go start a lumber mill. So what I was doing there, normally it always makes sense to heal your workers before you start building improvements, because damaged workers take longer to build improvements and you save just as much time healing them first as you do starting. You'll still finish at the same time. The only exception to that is when they are going to take damage again next turn, which he will do because he's plagued. So if I healed him, then next turn he'll take damage. He still won't be at full health. He'll still take 4 turns to build the lumber mill. So actually, from the terms of getting the improvement out as fast as possible, it's better just to crack on with it when you have the plague. So a little optimization worth being aware of. Let's see, we probably are going to have to spend some time healing our workers now, but we can get the grove online at least. So we're building this woodcutter. It's a shame. We really should have getting this woodcutter online would have been better, but still. Yeah, it's such a waste of time healing these people. So by the same logic, I might as well just start an improvement with this guy. Now this is a marvellous space for a mill, so I really should leave this for a windmill. And are we anywhere near? We're nowhere near hydraulics. That would be another good tech to pick up. That will really help our economy. Start getting mills down, that boosts all the mines, quarries and lumber mills adjacent to it by 100%. It's a huge econ boost. Very much worth having. Let's see. An undamaged worker here. Yeah, I think just chopping trees is, or even just scrub, is just quite valuable at this point. We are quite hurting for wood. We'd like to get monasteries down. We'd also like to get the museum down as well if we can. Why not have both? We might as well have a heal. He's not plagued. And right, what else can we do here? So we've got a few groves online here now. Do we want more iron? Probably. Might be alright for iron for the moment, to be honest. Might just be worth thinking about urban improvements at the moment. I think we've got a Odeon here that we could upgrade to a, if I could actually get that far, because I'm fatigued with plagues. I guess we can start a courthouse and then maybe upgrade next turn. So yeah, more upgrades would be great. Of course we are getting a master poet. That was a bit silly, didn't think about that through. Should have done the upgrade to get the free master poet rather than spending all that time building it. But never mind. What's happening over here? More Hittite push. Oh, the plague is over. That's great news. Some more Roman reinforcements are here. We've got a distant land near Kubar. Got monasticism. Rome is now angry with us. That's not good. Why are you so annoyed? Superstitious versus educated. Oh, and they've changed their state religion to Manichaeism. Okay, fun. All right. Well, Rome might not be peaceful with us for very long, which would be really unfortunate, actually. After all this effort to try and get Hattie having peace, actually Rome is much more valuable partner to have at peace. So we probably do need to work on our opinion with Rome now. Because yeah, losing peace with them would be a problem. Family opinion is looking great, so that's something to be thankful for. And Hattie do not want peace anyway. Okay, fine. Do we want to influence a random Zoroastrian man? Really? Or we could influence our Chancellor and annoy the champions. I think that's right, to be honest, sure. And then do we want to try and appease Rome? Be the traders? I think we do. I think we need to try and appease Rome. Rules and Sembel? Sorry, a minute. Sembel, yeah, up here. No, it doesn't really need walls. Don't need the training either, but on the other hand, that does convert into 6.6 orders, and we don't really want to lose the stone just to get walls, so yeah, I guess we'll do that. 60 culture and Sabay all families, 40 opinion for 20 years. I'll take that. Everyone's happy. We gain a free luxury silk. Right, well, we do need to send a luxury to a foreign nation, so that is a good start, I suppose. Family opinion plus 10 from the spy master. Fantastic. Yeah, so we have one luxury. We could make a start using Rome and send them a luxury. Why not? That helps. Do we want to take away the dyes from Sabat maybe and give them to Rome as well? Maybe we'll wait until we have some more luxuries on board. Right, we can get scholarship now, which is good. Combo stirrups. Keep working on our economy and research. Hattie is up to 39 out of 64 points, and that is only going to speed up as they keep taking more Roman cities. Yeah, there's one coming up next turn here for them. So yeah, this is definitely worrisome. But we'll get there. Festival done in the capital. I guess we'll just keep working on that. Could upgrade some specialists. The options, acolytes or poets. Acolytes, of course, can't be upgraded because you can't upgrade the shrines. We can get monasticism once we get, monotheism or even polytheism once we get 400 civics. So let's hold court and try and get some more civics. And let's see, this is another. I don't want another Zoroastrian cycle, I think. We'll get a specialist next turn potentially. I guess we'll probably want to wait 2 turns till we get a building worth building a specialist in. So it's probably 2-turn council, I suppose, and delay until we can build a good specialist. I'd love, one of these resources. So let's council for a turn till we can get the gardener. And probably just another festival here, I think. Alright. What do we need to do? With an agent available, still no one particularly useful. The ambassador could trade mission with Rome, and the ambassador's ill. I'm less excited about doing anything with the ambassador then. Religion heads. Spymaster could do something, could incest with, we've already incested the oligarch, we could incest the chancellor and get them up to plus 200. That would make their missions even cheaper and boost all their stats up a bit. So let's do that. Sounds alright. Good evening, Mr. Kin. How's it going in the land of Aksum? It's going alright, frankly. Yeah. Year 95, we're still at the bottom of the leaderboard, but, you know, we're not dead yet. We're catching up a little bit. Persia's now only learned instead of erudite. Rome and Hattie are both still erudite, and Hattie's much stronger. There was a distant raid coming in, yes, distant raid coming in down here. But yeah, we finished expansion. We're just working on our economy at the moment and trying to get into a position where we might be able to challenge this mess that's going on over here. Aksum and Rome are having a good old Barney. And yeah, so basically the game position is we're on a clock. Hattie is beating Rome. Rome is putting up a reasonable defence, but they are losing cities a little bit quicker than I'd really like. And yeah, we're going to have to start dealing with Hattie in the not too distant future. But at the moment we are getting there. Yeah, wood prices spiked to 19. We are working on getting our wood income up as fast as possible, which we're going to start spending on monasteries. And yeah, that is where we are. That is an 8 culture 4 science monastery, thanks to mythology and clerics. So it's also going to boost up the adjacent grove. That's another reason we might want to build a monastery that's quite a nice triple grove spot here where we could build some more monasteries. It's always Hattie. Hattie. Terrible people, really. Right. Yeah, we've just got to place all of our work for damage, which is annoying. But we could chop some trees down. Probably not worth using the orders to harvest right now, but let's chop some more wood. I wonder if we're soon going to be in the position, we need more civics, but hopefully soon we'll be in the position where we can think about building a museum, possibly with a switch to engineering, which we have access to. Yeah, we're still a ways off it at the moment, we need more stone, but it's Museum is 800 stone and 400 wood, so with an architecture discount that would be 600 stone and 300 wood. We're actually very nearly there for wood. Stone is quite cheap, so we could buy that, so it is mainly the civics cost. We will get a discount on that as well to 225 civics, but we will need another 100 to swap to architecture. So hopefully if this whole civics comes off in 2 turns, we get an extra 300 civics, then maybe in 2 turns we could think about building a museum. We need to make sure we don't spend too much more wood, but yeah, certainly could happen. Let's leave the scouts where they are. I suppose we'll just idle heal the workers who are at 19 health and probably spend orders healing the... Yeah, he's only a bit sniffly, that's fine. Heal up a little more damage to people. No. Reverse cycle we can with a right click, perfect. Right, okay, we'll call that turn. Not too bad. So yeah, I'm still not at all sure that we're going to win this game, but what's Persia are doing? Persia are still not fighting anyone, right? No, they've got peace and truce. Alliance, peace and truce. What are Persia doing with their build queues? They're building disciples. So they've only one agent over here, so could put some more agents in, but it's not super valuable for me to do that at the moment. Persia have drone tech and ballistas, otherwise nothing particularly end of game. Ambassador has died, that's unfortunate. Right, we're going to need a new ambassador. Let's see, we've got new luxuries coming in. Family gifts, opinion boost, so opinions should be pretty good now, although change of Zoroastrian head is slightly scary. What's that done to our opinion? Not too bad. Not too bad at all, actually. Zoroastrian's still pretty good. Right, who can we have as an ambassador, and do we want to spend the civics on that? I suppose we do. We could get some more foreign opinion, which is certainly valuable. Some religion opinion. Oh yeah, we could take negative religion opinion, which we don't certainly want. I guess anyone other than the clerics would be good. So yeah, traders or champions would boost up our opinion. Do we just take 10 religion opinion? Not super exciting, is it? But it is a rejuvenation map. Yes, we are getting a new... oh, and I've completely forgotten about these people. I suppose I ought to deal with these raiders invading my land. Yeah, it's not the best, but I'll take the champions ambassador. That makes them happy and gets a little bit more religion opinion, which certainly doesn't hurt. I need some more units down here. This chariot is probably a good option, and we have a Poulton as well here. Not that he dealt a huge amount of damage. Yeah, chariot is what we're going to use to deal with him. We need 5. Typical. Right, hang on a minute. We're spot for the chariot to be in, obviously. Chariot can go there. You can go there. You can go here. Let's get tough. And I suppose we might as well get the Poulton up here to do a little more damage. Get in the way. It's not too bad. Right, event. We're really up to look at the event. The barracks instructor has finished being the barracks instructor and can now endear the oligarch to me. Sweet. And we get the oligarch to be a soldier. Nice. Alright, that's worked out pretty well. Oh, that's less good, mind you. Loads of discontent in our clerics cities. I keep confusing the clerics and the traders. Yeah, oligarch's grasp from power is slipping. Great. Oh wow, we can't afford to conspire with him, sadly, because we don't have the civics. We could make a new head though. Oh, a chancellor who loves us. Let's do that. That sounds a lot of fun. Sure. Okay, great. well, this is quite a turnaround from all our families hating us a few turns ago to everyone really being quite happy now. Love to see it. Yeah, we did get a quarry pillage. Probably want to do something about that. We have the disciple here. I do want to start getting a monastery online, and the question of where I want to put that. I don't think there's any great options. Certainly no grove adjacency we can get unless we start swapping tiles between cities, which I don't think I want to do, having just made my families happy. But that's fine. Let's just get a monastery online. It's another 4 science and 8 culture. Definitely does not hurt at all. Few bars, finished a disciple. Do we want to, yeah, maybe build some other religious disciples as well? Oh no, of course, this is, I can build disciples here because it's the cleric seat, but I don't actually have any Christian or Mani cities, so it doesn't actually help me an awful lot. I guess I can spread the religion here, and then build another monastery, but I might be better after building another Zoroastrian disciple and keep working on those. I think, not 100% sure if that's the best bet. No, maybe I would like to spread religion. Now, Christianity hates me, Manichaeism hates me. Right, maybe I don't want to spread a religion that hates me. Maybe that's not a brilliant idea either. Fine, we'll get a disciple. We do have, of course, vaulting, so we can build cathedrals as soon as we get to strong culture, which can happen in 3 turns here. And 1 turn here. Wow, okay. So yeah, cathedrals soon as well. Alright, then yeah, another disciple sounds good. Council here, we can get another gardener. Now, what do we want? We've got choice between lavender, incense or olives. What we want to do, I suppose, is get our send 4 luxuries to foreign nations done. So I don't know that it really matters what we want in that case. Do any of our families favour any of these? We want wine, dyes, olives, pearls, incense and lavender. So yeah, either lavender, incense, olives. So we've had all of these. All of these are good. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's get olives. Nice bit of olives. Okay. And we can finally start doing something with these workers. Do we have... Right, we have access to polytheism, but we don't have the civics, because we just need civics for everything. Nah. I wonder if we ought to even just do some more shopping. No, we're alright for the moment. It's fine. Let's work on our urban improvement. That would be a good thing to do. And also potentially upgrading any improvements we need to upgrade. Yeah, let's get an Odeon down. And you can idle heal. Oh, that's right, I was going to upgrade this Odeon, wasn't I? Yes, I suppose that's worth doing, even though we don't get the specialist upgrade. Already hard built it. Cold Baths, we can't do anything with that right now. We've already got the ministry online, so getting a courthouse, we're building a courthouse. Theatre would be good, I suppose. Yeah, we've already got the amphitheatre. So let's rebuild the theatre. Probably not next to the city centre, but I want to save that tile for wonders. Potentially this is the wrong family. So this worker does not even want to be here. This worker wants to be down in Kubar. I suppose we could come and repair this quarry. Yeah, I probably ought to do that first. Seems reasonable. And oh wow, there's another citrus grove here. I know I said I wanted urbans, but can't resist a grove. Alright, so we are spending 14 orders a turn on workers, down 2 on caravan missions, so they're still plunging into Hattie. So the Hattie opinion has bounced down massively again, unfortunately. So with no chance of peace with them. Yeah, I guess that's the ambassador change. We're probably getting a lot of opinion from our ambassador. which is no longer the case, so we do need to be a little bit concerned. Presuming Rome, while busy in the middle of a existential war with Hattie, is probably not going to declare war on us, but Persia might well decide they're fed up with us, so we probably ought to care about their opinion as well. Loads more resources, including some more trees. That's exciting. General's died. Fine. We got 300 tokens from Whole Court. Perfect. So we might be able to get a museum online. I would like that very much. Chancellor's conceded. That's great. Yeah. Very good. Alright, we've got a strong cultural event in Hawalti. We can change a theology. Do you know what? I did not know that was possible for that to happen. We'd replace mythology with veneration. I don't think we want to do that. We'd lose culture and we'd gain a little bit of money. That's rules. I don't think we want to do that particularly. Ooh, we could get a free law of orthodoxy. Not massively useful at the moment and does cost us money, but yeah, potentially useful at some point to hurry with orders. So let's grab that. Free law is a free law. I don't think I had tolerance before, did I? Let's just double check. No, I didn't. Right. Where were we? Yeah, grab a free law. Alright, inscriptions to the Master. We finished the courthouse. We could make the matriarch indeed. That's the Zoroastrian head. Already quite happy, so I'm not too worried about that. Do get point of science, which is always nice. We don't want to disappoint them. That would be bad. And oh, we've got divine rule, so we can just make them both indeed. Well, that sounds ideal. We don't get the wisdom point, but that's okay, I suppose. We live with that. Right, ambitions are starting to get a little bit harder. We would need a legendary city and treasury for Archive 4. Sounds quite difficult. Capture of home capital not going to happen anytime soon. 8 governors could happen. We will need a lot of civics. Presumably we have enough governor. We don't have enough governor candidates at all to do that. So that doesn't seem very likely. Yeah, we're quite shy on governor candidates. How far away from a legendary city? We are 20 years away at the moment from a legendary city. I think none of these seem very reasonable at the moment, sadly, so we're going to decline them all. Just take the XP. And then we can become impious, which sounds awful. We can get charisma and lose courage, that sounds alright. We can become miserable and lose 2 charisma. Courage and discipline. No, let's take the charisma and lose courage. I'm alright with that. We've got enough oodles and oodles of training now. Right, we could probably do this for luxury ambition now. Let's get... Yeah, the question is who we want to be happy with, I suppose. We definitely want to maintain peace with Rome, but it seems likely they're not going to break peace when, yeah, as I said, they're getting quite heavily attacked. It's tricky, to be honest. We definitely want to keep the National Alliance. Let's send a luxury. Let's send an incense to Persia. I guess we can't send 2 incense, so let's send 1 to Persia and 1 to Rome. Seems alright. And then we can probably take 1 out of Sabat, I believe. Yeah, we take some dyes out of Sabat. Dyes, manage cities, return. That's okay. And send 1 of these to... Ooh, who do we send it to? Send it to our ally. That seems a reasonable thing to do, right? Okay, and that gets that done. Now, I assume it's probably going to be... I'm not sure I've ever sent a luxury to a foreign nation before. Yeah, you have to wait 10 years before you can take it back. So that's a little bit of a pain, but an ambition is an ambition. That is one way we can beat out the timer and not have to worry about Hattie, is if we can get all our ambitions done. We're a little bit behind pace on that, but yeah, we can get some more urban improvements going. That will help a lot. Now this guy has just pillaged a poet, which is very irritating. Can we do kill him? Get a horseman promotion on him, do fighting promotion, and make him besiege as well, sure. And then yeah, kill him. Nice. And we can repair this. One more urban improvement. Oof. Okay. Do we want to start building a museum this turn? I think I would like to. I don't actually have any workers in position, I think, to do that immediately. Which is a shame. So I guess that will have to wait. Where? That's not a slinger. Where would we want to build it, I suppose, is the question. Not in Sabat. There's only one tile. It looks like we can actually build it in the do list, so that would be on this hill here. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait 2 tiles for this worker. Or maybe we could even just do it next turn. We won't wait for him to heal. I think that's fine. We still need more civics, so we're still going to hold court again. Judge rulers are very handy for that. Yep, garden's finished. We're going to want more specialists, but do we actually want to invest in more units at this point? What is going to be our end game plan for dealing with the question? They've got swordsmen, they've got pikes, they've got onagers, they've got maces, they've got a polybolos. So probably not ranged units, so tricky. Swordsman maybe? It's best all round unit, so maybe make them axes. We can then upgrade later. Spearmen also upgrading swordsmen. Oh, but they cost wood. We absolutely do not want to spend wood whatever we do. Yeah. We can afford to spend some iron on some axemen. Hello, Heart of Mithril, welcome to the stream. Good to have you on board. Yeah, we have an apprentice scribe going in this city. It's nice. And then one more turn we can get an apprentice scribe going here. Alright. We've nearly spent all our orders. Not really started any improvements at all, I think, this turn. Do potentially have a lot of governors we could enact. Yes, I'm saving my civics for laws and wonders at the moment. Who can we intercess? Some people. We could also intercess the spy master, but they're already super happy, so I guess we don't really need to. Do a family opinion boost. We don't really need a family opinion boost. We could do a trade mission with one of our partners, I suppose. Got the gold for it. Maybe try a trade mission with Persia. They already like us quite a lot, so maybe we'll get something relatively decent out of that. And we're ending turns. Hattie are now on 41 out of 64 points. They've captured quite a few cities here. I'm surprised Vizontio hasn't fallen. But it looks like Hadrianopolis might be falling soon. I've got a swordsman in there now, which is something. But yeah, no walls. So this city is... Ooh, yep. Yep, that's not lasting long, I suspect. City conquest continues unabated. Maybe we should think about going to try and help Rome while they're still alive, rather than waiting for them to die. We're getting quite a lot of money from these caravan missions. That's quite handy. Oligarch has retired from being general. That's fine. Right, celebration of our many blessings. Festival finished. We've got some culture on the do list. We've spread Judaism to a do list. Has that literally just been founded? No. It was founded ages ago, but for some reason there is no religious head. I guess they've died and not been replaced yet. 260 culture on the do list, maybe. That is what, 3 turns of legendary. Yeah, that sounds quite reasonable actually. Probably more reasonable than a religion that we don't really care about, and it's not a cleric city. Happiness is something, I suppose. Happiness would get us, actually change anything immediately, but it would get us closer to going down a discontent level. No, let's just take the culture. Culture's a safe bet, I think. We want to get up to legendary. I want to figure out what we're doing in this tech tree now. Doctrine would get us temples, which would be more orders, which would definitely be helpful. There's no Jebel Bakal this game, so I guess we're not doing that. Stirrups, not sure there's a lot of point going for a lot of mounted units when there's pikemen on the field. Although it might be handy to have some to deal with the volley. Queenage, Coswood, don't really want to be building them at the moment. Infantry Square is a late game unit. I'm not sure. Yeah, we already have the law from Doctrine, so there's not a massive advantage there for going for that unless we want to switch to Tolerant, which I don't think we do at the moment. Hope a little bit. Build non-state religion disciples is certainly something, I suppose. Although, what other religions do we have? We don't have any other two cities with Judaism. Yeah, it's not super exciting. Yeah, I'm not really excited by any of these. Stirrups leads us to martial code. We could start rushing units with money. That sounds useful, although we're not in a position to want to start rushing units yet. Maybe we do just stay behind. Start trying to contest these. Like I can't volleyball at the moment with what I've got. And pikemen are not particularly going to help with that. Yeah, there's not a lot of. Oh, there is a cat's effect on the field and a horse. Hattie have just got all the units, and I'm a little bit scared of Hattie. I've got to admit. But I have admitted. I don't know what to take here. What would you take, chat? What tech is good at this point? I'd still like jurisprudence. I'd still haven't even got sovereignty yet, which would be good to get us up to hydraulics. Queenage is the cheapest tech on offer. 2 years. But doesn't really do very much for us. I guess I'm building Doctrine, building some temples probably. Right, is it time to build the museum? I think it's time to build the museum. Yeah, we'll build just as quickly as if we idle heal the worker, but going for Pacify City, says Nesta. Interesting, maybe. What does Pacify City get us? It gets us 5% more science in a do list, maybe, if we pacify that, which is about 2 more science for each level, and plus some positive family opinion, of course. I'm not sure I care that much about that at the moment. It's a thought, but yeah, not sure. Anyway, as I was saying, I think I'm going to start the museum this turn just to make sure I get it. Which I think we can do. So let's switch to engineering, 100 civics. And buy this, yeah, only costs 798, easy peasy. And that is 18 science. It will take us 16 turns to get there, but yeah. It's quite a long time, to be honest. I'm not sure how much that is going to pay off, but sure, we'll do it. Right, so we're getting a couple of decent monasteries out here. We've got another cleric city down here. We could happily build a monastery here, probably. Yeah, let's get in position to do that next term. What else? Duelist, build a festival. Let's get interesting choices here. Probably the scribe first for the civics. And then are we still building more disciples out of this city? I guess so. With we still want to build cathedrals and doctrine coming up. Yeah, we've got lots of stuff for disciples to be doing soon. Apprentice scribe here. Apprentice poet once with the citizen, which is going to be painful to get to. Small council for 3 turns. Any growth? We could get some growth in the city by putting the oligarch in. Why is this oligarch giving growth? Oh, because they're pleased. That gives growth. Interesting. Alright. That's something, but I'm not sure I want to spend the civics on it this turn. When I'm saving up for monophism or polyphism. Well, polyphism, what I want. Right, urban improvements. We still are working on urban improvements. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under construction, including the wonder, which we probably shouldn't. It's going to take ages. So technically 4 really that are going to complete in a reasonable time frame. So we need another 6 urban improvements ASAP to finish that ambition. So get off the wonder filter. So that's not where we want to be. Let's see, what can we build? Not a lot because we've spent all our stone, but of course we can just buy more stone. Oh, we can get a citadel. Is that even going to be worth it? I'm not sure it is going to be worth it. It's not really benefiting us that much. Peak strength units at this point. By the time we actually want to fight anyone, they'll probably be outclassed. So yeah, don't care too much about that. Let's get, can we upgrade this to a theatre? We can if we buy the stone. Perfect. Let's get a reading going as well. Let's try and get all the culture we can. And frankly, let's get the courthouse as well. Urbans everywhere is what we want. Yes, this can be a theatre as well. This upgrade, not yet. We don't have the culture yet. No, we don't. This could be a library, although actually a library would be better elsewhere, I suppose. Build it on this sand tile. Take a little bit longer, but okay. It's still relatively quick because it's quite a cheap urban building. We're building courthouse. We've got a theatre here. Let's get a building going here as well. That guy's not doing anything just yet. And we get cold baths now. Let's get a courthouse first. Alright, that looks a bit better. What's the worker count looking like now? For quick urbans is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, perfect. Right, so that ambition will be done in 5 turns tops, maybe 4 turns. Yeah. 5 turns. Alright, that's cool. Need to definitely keep the ambitions in mind. Diplomatic situation is looking okay. Certainly families are happy, nations are not super happy, but I'm not too worried about that. I suppose the big problem for us would be Persia declaring war. Persia has got cataphracts, so that's a little bit scary. But yeah. They are plus 177, so they don't seem like they should be about to declare war imminently. I wonder if we are on Ruthless AI. Presumably the Ruthless AI penalty for being close to winning is kicking in, I would have thought. 310 civics. We've got a new head of Judaism, fine. The father is miraculously recovered. It's a bit of a shame because he doesn't like me very much. Let's just check that. Yeah, Ruthless AI is on. Rome is... Yeah, your alliance is too powerful, so we get a minus 240 opinion. So that's one of the reasons why Hattie and Rome don't like us. And in fact, I believe, that Persia didn't like us either. But fortunately, we've got enough positives to balance that out. So that is just going to get worse as both Persia and myself climb the point ladder. So we might even want to cancel that alliance ourselves at some point. It's not actually really doing very much for us. I'd probably be fine just being at peace with them, really. So if we get an event when in that alliance, that's worth bearing in mind, that we might actually be better off not being in the alliance. We could free this person who's in prison, who I don't care about in the slightest, to get opinion head with the religion head. We don't need it, but sure. That opinion even more, why not? Let's see, we've got a city doing nothing here. Apprentice scribe, another citizen in 1 year, perfect. Can we Where did we just put this apprentice scribe? In the courthouse. We can't do any more upgrades just yet. So right, get the master scribe in first. Wow, quite a few options for rushing now, but a 2-turn build is probably not worth worrying about too much. Do we actually have enough orders to do everything we want to? Right, what we want to do is establish polytheism, which is going to annoy the champions a little bit. Okay. It is going to make Thrastrian happier. And then, yeah, we want to make sure we have a shrine in every city for our divine rule law. Get some more orders. That's something we're going to work on, so that's going to be some more urban improvements. We can use the shrines to expand our territory. I'd really like to have put a shrine here, but I already decided to grab this forest style, but I already decided I'm using that for something else. That's a shame, but alright, let's put it here. Right, what shrines have we got? We've got adjacent mines and, oh, training per adjacent lumber mill. That's a board. Actually, yeah, that is a board. I might just put the training per adjacent lumber mill shrine here, and then we get another lumber mill down adjacent, and then that's a bit of training as well. It's certainly okay. If we get a shrine down here, we can get some lumber in our borders, and interesting. Yeah, probably the lumber mill one. Let's just check our pagans up. These 2 cities, these 4 are already done. This city here needs a shrine, but there's no workers immediately able to do it. This worker needs to heal. This guy was going to come build a monastery. Oh well, we've got some ore here. We absolutely need to get that upgraded. That's a priority. What else? What else? We could do with a heal, but disciple not doing anything now. Right, and we can actually build a cathedral now, I believe. We're still 2 turns away from building temples, but yeah, we could build a 16 culture cathedral. It also gives us 6 legitimacy and boosts up all our mine quarries and lumber mills, which is not awful either. And we can build it up in Cuba too, because that has got strong culture. Nice. I don't think there's any adjacencies we need to worry about with the cathedral. No, it's just a regular old urban building. So I suppose we will build that here. Buy a little bit of stone, pretty cheap still, so that's fine. And yeah, shrines. We want to get more shrines up. We need to heal this worker before we can build a shrine efficiently. These workers are doing stuff already, that's a little bit unfortunate. Can this guy come down? This city's already got paganism. Don't really want to spend loads of orders moving these people miles away. We build a pasture on these horses, that's not terrible, I suppose. Get a little bit more orders. What can this worker do? Some decent more warm baths maybe? Oh, we could upgrade the cold baths I suppose. Already got an elder doctor in there, but sure, let's upgrade that. Alright, maybe this is the space we want a windmill in then. When we found paganism, we should be able to get 1 shrine in a city of each family ASAP. Right, well there's a few things to consider there. So getting a shrine in each family city is helpful to help the families convert. So if you want your families to become pagan, you don't have any other religions, you're not competing for that, then that's definitely worth getting a shrine in a city of each family. And then of course the other consideration is divine rule. So if you have divine rule, particularly if you founded clerics family, you'll get divine rule early. That gives you 1 order per city with a pagan religion. So that makes it quite worthwhile to spread out paganism as fast as possible, because that just gives you a nice order boost. If you don't have clerics and you're not particularly worried about converting the families to the religion, then it's possibly of less use. I mean, shrines are still good buildings. Get some, depending on the nation, but you can get some quite nice benefits out of the shrines. You can build acolytes in them, so it's definitely worth building shrines. But yeah, where exactly you place them and how much you prioritise spreading it to every city is probably going to depend a little bit on your game state. But yeah, let's see. He needs a heal. Oh, look at this worker. I'm just going to heal him. And what can we build in this city? This could be an upgraded theatre. Yep, let's do that. And do we want a quarry? It might be worth. We are buying quite a lot of stone. It might be worth getting some more stone income and seeing what's going on. Wood is still spiking in price. So I suppose another thing we ought to be doing is, well, we're building shrines to get more forests in our territory, so that's going to help. But we also should be checking for when rejuvenation adds forest to the map. If there's any forest, like there's a lovely forest tile here, we absolutely want to be building a lumber mill on this as soon as possible. Just ping that as a reminder. And yeah, another one here. So yeah, if you want to optimise the rejuvenation map as much as possible, then it's worth keeping an eye on where things spawn. Taking advantage of that where you can. Yeah, I think that's mostly everything. Right, I am going to wrap up the stream here for tonight. I've been streaming for 2 hours, so that will do me for tonight. I will be back again to continue this game next week, next Thursday evening. I will also be back on Saturday, it's 4:30 GMT, for part 3 of the community tournament Alcras versus Scientific game. So that is going to be happening in a couple of days' time, and I hope you tune in for that. It can be in the same place both on Twitch and YouTube, and I will be casting that, and hopefully we'll get a conclusion to that game. But I will see you then, hopefully. But until then, good night.